Hey everyone, it's Marie here again with another Spellbinders Glimmer Kit. This is the kit for May, and I think it's just gorgeous. You get this big thanks glimmer plate. It's got a few of those leaves there. I've used those in this card as a guide to layer on some of those flower layering pieces. Now you also get a few supporting sentiments that you can glimmer, and they layer perfectly over this big thanks. You've got a few dies and a few more glimmer plates of flowers and leaves, and I think this is just a really fun kit this month. So I've sped this up a little bit, just a little bit of ink blending. I'm going really simple with my background here. I just want to show you how quick and easy you can make a card that is still really stunning just by adding some of these glimmered elements. So I'm just doing a little bit of ombre ink blending. I'm taking some of that ink, blending it on from the top, and I'm just letting it fade out into the white. Now with ink blending, I've mentioned before, you do want to work with it a little bit, so I am taking this and I'm always coming in from the edge. Get a little bit on your ink blending tool, start off of your paper, and I'm working on a glass mat, which really helps with ink blending, and then come onto your paper slowly with light circular motions. That's going to help you avoid some of those blotchy areas from that foam ink applicator. And if you work on a slick surface like I was doing, the ink is going to help come onto the paper a lot easier than if you would ink blend on a piece of paper, because then that ink will just want to stay on that paper, not transfer over to your card base. So that's a few tips for you. I know it went kind of quickly, but it's a really simple ink blending job. You could do this quite easily with any kind of ink you have. I use distress ink, but you could also use hybrid ink or anything you have. So I'm going to be cutting a piece of this gorgeous foil. I think this is a blush gold. It's got more of a rose gold kind of tint to it, and I thought that went really well with the pink, and I just really love this color. Any of the golds I think are my favorite foils, but they do have a foil that is kind of a see-through foil, so it makes a really light foiling background. That one's pretty too. Didn't use it, I just thought I'd let you know my favorite foils. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my foil down, put my glimmer plate down. I want to make sure this glimmer plate stays right in the middle, so I'm putting it down with a little bit of washi tape. Then I can add that to my glimmer platform after it's heated up and go ahead and glimmer. Now I didn't show the whole glimmering process in this video. I have lots of other glimmering videos, so make sure you go ahead and check those out. Also, if you like this video, if you like this month's kit, go ahead and tap that like button just to let me know if you appreciate this video. So here is our thanks, all glimmered out. I think it's just gorgeous. I love this big thanks. I want to make a lot of thank you cards with this one. Now I'm going to start layering all of these floral pieces over that big thanks, and you can see I've cut a lot of those branches out of green cardstock. And I've also cut a lot of the flowers. Now there is one flower that you can glimmer, one leaf that you can glimmer, and there are coordinating dies for those. There's also dies of just these flowers and little layering pieces. So you can see those little half flowery looking pieces, and I'll show you here. They layer on top of those flower bases. So if you cut this out of color, you could cut a lighter pink, a darker pink, or any color you want, layer them together, and they look like layered flowers. Now I just did white because I really like the gold and the pink and a little bit of green, and I wanted to stay with that color scheme, but you could cut any color you want. You could even cut them from white and then ink blend them if you wanted them to perfectly match your ink. So I'm taking all my little pieces here and I am layering them on. I've sped this up a little bit so you can still see my arrangement process. I like to take all of my die cut pieces and put them where I think I want them before I adhere them down. So those little leaves that are on that thanks die, or not die, the glimmer plate, I'm using those as a guide as to where I want to layer on my flowers. And you can see I've got 3 flowers here, 3 arrangements of flowers, I should say. They're all kind of in the middle, so I'm kind of keeping them evened out. I'm trying to make sure my little arrangements all look good when you look at them all together. And then after I have all of those on here, I'm also going to take that "You Are the Best" Glimmered sentiment and kind of layer it right down there between those two other groups of letters. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm taking some of my Journey glue and I'm just going to start gluing all these pieces down, kind of trying to keep them where I have them arranged. I'm going to move them around a little bit as I glue them, but at least I had them arranged to where I know where I want them to go. Those Glimmered flowers, I did pop them up with a little bit of foam adhesive. And now just to finish off this card, I'm putting some of these Dream Drops from Nuvo on here. Now these Dream Drops, they dry sort of pearlescent. They look like little pearls on your card. And I'm just putting some really tiny little dots on there. And I did decide to go back and put some in the middle of these Glimmered flowers. They have a little glimmered center there, and they're really perfect if you want to add some sequins or dots or drops or anything that you have, and just add a little bit more embellishment. So this is a super simple card that I made with this month's kit, but I really love this big thanks, and I love that you can layer the flowers over it, because if you guys watch my channel, you know I do a lot of flowers and I love the shine. So this card just kind of represents my style. Simple, pretty, and shiny. So I hope you like this month's kit. If you do, make sure you go ahead and check out the links below. I will have links to products that I've used, also my blog post where you can find more photos and a written description of today's card. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day. Please make sure you check out that playlist of Glimmered videos that I'll have attached here. And just make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Tap that bell for notifications. Just do all the things. I will catch you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye.